Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on December 18th, Monday. We have 11 games. Should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great matchups that we will get into in just a moment. But before we get into that, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen, and they will hook you up with a deposit match up to $100. So they're just going to match whatever you put on. So if you throw on 50, you'll get 100 to play with. If you throw on a full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just use our code and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We run several different types of shows. We run a late night show and we run a daily show. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and you will be notified as soon as we put our videos out. All right, so we're going to do a quick recap of our plays from the Sunday slate. We did 2 picks each. I had taken Malachi Branham for over 16.5 PRA. Unfortunately, he just fell short of this just barely. One bucket would have cashed him. He went for 15. We needed him to go for 17 as the line was at 16.5. So yeah, just barely fell short there. And I took Zion Williamson for over 10.5 rebounds and assists. He cashed on that. He ended up going for 11. What'd you have, Jordy?
So I had Derek White for over 14.5 points, and he went for 10. He had a bad shooting day. Not really from the floor. I think he went like 5 of 7 from the floor, but he shot 1 of 5 from 3. Usually he cashes a couple more than that. So yeah, just pretty close on that one, but he just didn't get it done today. And then I had CJ McCollum for over his PRA at 26.5, and he went for 31. So he got that done in 25 minutes too, so it's pretty cool.
I'm showing 33 on his
33?
PRA.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap, all right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
he cashed that last minute. He was close for a minute there, and then he ended up going well over it in the end. And I loved it because they were blowing him out, and their coach was just like, "Yeah, go ahead, keep playing."
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't more coaches do that?
No.
But yeah, guys, we had a relaxing Sunday. We both needed to catch up on some sleep and just relax a little bit. So sorry we don't do the daily show on the weekends, but especially with this Saturday NFL slate, we just haven't been getting much sleep at all. So it was nice to kind of get a little bit caught up on that. And we won't be doing an NFL video tonight. And the reason why is because the board is just so nasty right now. And we would rather wait until there's more options. Like we don't have access to like fantasy score and different types. Like there's not rushing attempts for all the running backs. There's like a limited amount of receiving targets and reception props. And we're like, why are we going to force 4 picks out to our viewers knowing that we don't like what we see? So we're just not going to do that to you guys. So we're going to put that out in the daily show tomorrow, which is not typical for our NFL videos, but we would rather just give you better value than what we're seeing right now. So sorry there won't be a video tonight, but you can understand we're not going to give you trash picks when we see a board like that. So all right, so let's get into the picks for the NBA slate. To get us started, I'm going to be taking a points and assist prop, and I'm going to be taking Clint Capela to go over 14.5. Now I want to show you guys something here. 14.5 here, if you look at his points alone, they have his points alone set at 14.5. So we're getting, we're getting that assists, the assist prop in there with it as well for the same value. So I'm loving this to go over. And again, let me just show you this one more time too. If you look at what he's done with his points, he's hit it a couple times and missed. But if you notice like 18, 17, 14, 15, and then when we go over to points assists, set at the same line, we've got 17, 16, 18, 18. So I don't know why they're keeping this the same, but I'm loving it. So I'm going to take the points and assists over here. And if we take a look at what he's been averaging over his last 5 games, he's getting about 31 minutes a game, 14.6 points. So if he just averages his points, he's going to cash this. But he's also averaging 1.2 assists as well. So I'm really liking that they are giving us this at the same value. And I'm guessing this is going to get bumped. So if you're going to play this, I might lock it in tonight. If we look at what Detroit's allowing to centers, they're allowing a lot on average, 24.2 points per game and 4.1 assists per game. So this matchup is great for him. Let's take a look at the over-under here. Sorry, I didn't have it updated yet. Let me just refresh this. All right, so yeah, we do have blowout potential, so keep that in mind. But part of that is because it's such a good matchup. We got a 242.5 over under with the Hawks favored by 10.5. This probably will turn into a blowout, so keep that in mind. But 14.5 points and assists, I just think that he can hit that, and I want to take that value with the discrepancy there. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take that. I apologize, I had like LeBron on daily grind I was looking at, so let me get back to the clean board. So yeah, we've got him on daily grind here at a 53.13% chance of going over, and BetMGM has this at a -135, Caesars has it at a -133, and DraftKings has it at a -130. So the odds are juiced for this to go over as well. And I think part of the reason that that's juiced on daily grind, especially, is because they're aware of the fact that there's a discrepancy there between the points prop and the points assist prop. So we're going to take that to go over. We've got all the indicators we're looking for. And then my next prop is going to be a rebounds and assist prop. And I like LeBron to go over 15.5. He's come close to this, even in the weeks or the games that he missed it. He was still up there, 13 and 15. So I think he can get a 16 against New York. So I'm going to be taking him for more. And if we look at what LeBron's been doing his last 5 games, he's getting 34.7 minutes per game, averaging 7.8 rebounds and 9.2 assists. So his average is well over this. We're looking at about 17 on average. And if we take a look at this matchup, New York against small forwards is allowing 7.8 rebounds and 4.4 assists per game. So I think this is like that's probably why the odds makers kind of have this, technically the matchup isn't suggesting that he should be able to crush this, but this is any given small forward. This isn't LeBron James we're talking about here. And if we look at this on daily grind, I believe they had it kind of 50-50, which I'm comfortable with because I like it. Let's see. Yeah, so rebounds and assists, about a 50% chance of going over. Yeah, and all the odds makers have this at about 50-50. But if you look at what his averages have been, I feel really good about this going over. Let's take a look at the over-under. All right, so we got a 227 over-under with the Lakers favored by 4.5 points. And we do have Anthony Davis as a game time decision. I know he's been dealing with that hip abductor injury situation that he's still not 100% on. So if he plays, I like this to go over. If he doesn't play, I think LeBron gets extra minutes. And I don't know if I feel better about it or worse about it. I think I'm actually kind of 50-50 because AD's going to be a big part of LeBron getting more assists. But LeBron's going to be himself regardless. He'll get the ball to his playmakers, even if Davis isn't out there. And I think that he'll get a boost in his rebounds if Davis isn't in the game. So these are the two I'm rolling with that I'm feeling good about at first look. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, so to get me started here, I'm going to be going, first of all, with a 3-point made prop here. I'm going to take Josh Giddy to go over 1 3-pointer, 0.5, so he just needs 1. If you look at this, what he's been doing, he's been averaging 3.4 attempts per game, and sometimes he's shooting 6. Over the last 5, he's been shooting a lot more than 3.4, so I like him to go over 1 here. This is a -135. If we look over here on the daily grind, or it's actually a -125, -129 with Caesars, but it's a 51.7% chance to go over. I just think it's like one of those, I wouldn't say 50-50 in my opinion, but I would say like 60-40 that he hits this. So giving us like a 60% chance in my opinion. He is shooting 35% from 3. It's not terrible, it's not great, but with how many attempts he's averaging, I'd like him to go over this. And I wanted to pull up one more thing here. Let's see. If we look at what Memphis is giving up to shooting guards for 3 points made, they are giving up, let's see here, about 3.2 3 points made per game to shooting guards. So there is that potential for him to hit this. And if he's averaging 3 attempts, we literally just need him to hit 1. He only shot 1 in the last game, but Denver is pretty good against shooting guards. They're a pretty tough team to shoot on. So usually when he's not getting it going points wise, they either just take him out of the game or he becomes like a facilitator. As you can see, he only played 15 minutes in that game, but he's averaging 23 minutes. So I like this to go over 1. I think it's pretty low, and with how many he's shooting, we just need him to cash that 1. So I like that one. And then for my next pick here, I'm going to be targeting Julius Randle in this matchup. I'm going to take his points and assists for over 27.5 against the Lakers. I think he's going to go crazy. Usually when there's like a primetime game and they're in the spotlight, he usually has pretty good shooting percentages, and he goes off in like a lot of those games, either him or Brunson. But I like him to go over 27.5. I think it's pretty low. If we look at what he's averaging here over his last 10, he's averaging 27.4 points and 5.2 assists on 35 minutes. So, he's getting a ton of playing time. Obviously, it's Julius Randle. I don't have to hype him up too much. You guys already know. But if we look at what the Lakers are giving up here to power forwards, they're giving up the league most in points. Or no, they're not. Here we go. Let's see. That was wrong. So they're giving up quite a bit of points, 24.8 points a game, and they're giving up 4.1 assists a game. So right there, if he just goes over that, then we're good. But I like this matchup a lot. I think it's going to be a fun game. If we look at the over-under here, let's see. We got a 227 over-under with a 4.5 point favorite to the Lakers. So obviously there's not a ton of blowout potential. And if Anthony Davis doesn't play, I think he's just going to run away with this. But even if he does, I think we got a pretty good shot because he is a big power forward. And, Senators really have a hard time dealing with him in the paint as it is. I know Anthony Davis is a really good defender, but I like this to go over. I think it's pretty low. If you look over here on the daily grind, it is, let's see, a minus 125 to go over. MGM has it at a minus 120. I think it's just because it's a pretty high line. But he's been crushing this. And, if you look at his last 5, he's gone over at 3 out of 5, just barely missing against the Clippers and Boston. So I like him to go over this, and that's the 2 I've got, man.
Yeah, so that's going to do it. That's the 4 we've got for you at first look. We'll have more for you tomorrow in the Daily Show. There is 11 games, so we should be able to get some really good value tomorrow. The board has some value right now. It's not like crazy for 11 games. It'll probably continue to populate overnight, and then tomorrow for our Daily Show, we should have a lot to work with. But yeah, if you want to check out our partners, the Daily Grind that you saw us referencing, that's the DFS optimizer tool that we use to check odds makers and find value. So they've given us a discount code for our viewers. If you use code BACKDOOR, they will give you 25% off your first month, and there's a link in the description of the video if you're interested in checking that out. Also, definitely check out our Discord. We were in there all day today, just making lineups with our community and finding plays together. It's a pretty cool community. If you like Discord, you should definitely check it out. That's also in the description of the video. And last, I just want to thank all of our viewers. You guys have been liking our videos and commenting and whatnot, and we appreciate keeping in touch with you. And also just the likes have really been helping us kind of push ourselves further into the algorithm and get more exposure. It's been helping us out a lot, so we really appreciate that, guys. We hope you have a great night, and we will catch you in tomorrow's video.
Good luck, guys.